Gentlemen, nice to have you join me in my office. On my desk today is a new report for us to examine, so grab yourself a cup of coffee and let's get right into the topic at hand. Ooh, today's video. Get me a new bag. Money's everything to these desperate women. So, she's off to a good start. I'll hand it to her there before we downhill from here, but I hope that some women see this for the first video, but click the hell away for the rest of it. You know, your emotional attachment style is what's most likely turning you away from being in a relationship. What was it? Yes, exactly. You're scared of emotional attachment. And I mean, that's what most people are, right? We're afraid to get emotionally attached to somebody else, but I think we're able to take that leap much easier than women are. Let's click back through it for a second here, as it did move quite quickly. You think that relationships are complicated and hard? Of course they are. You've had trauma, of course you'd need to take some mental health time and work on that. You don't know what man do you want. Russian Barbie here with the English. Yeah, you should be happy dating anybody, really. And your standards are too high so you don't meet them. Yeah, a lot of those things, very specific to women and very changeable, but hey. Let's see what other advice Russian Barbie here has for us. Not like we're using this advice, but it's definitely worth a laugh, and you can kind of counter their game here by understanding how they tell them how to operate, so listen carefully.
How to make him give you the bag of your dream. It can be Birkin, it can be Chanel, it can be everything you want. Listen carefully. First of all, you need...
Okay, before I start, Birkin and Chanel are high quality, very expensive luxury handbags. So, in case somebody doesn't know that, it's worth mentioning. High fashion.
need to get sure that the man has money for this bag, because if he hasn't, it's like no point to ask him. He's not gonna take credit for this bag. And second thing, you need to make sure that he actually likes you and he's genuinely likes you. Then you can do next things.
Yeah, I think it'd be a little delusional if you just saw someone for the first time and they're like, give me a Birkin bag. I would never consider that in my lifetime, and even still. Imagine. Some sugar baby stuff.
Him, honey, do you have some like materialistic dreams, like something that you want to buy yourself? And then listen what he says. He can tell you, yes, I have this, I have that. And then, like, for sure he will ask you, like, what do you want? Or you can say by yourself, you know?
No, I don't really care, and I'm sure you gentlemen feel the same way. Especially if it were something as ridiculous as a Birkin bag. Go down to like JCPenney or was it TJ Maxx and get yourself like a $20, $30 handbag. It's gonna wear out in a few years, but at least it's still something to throw your black hole it's your little black hole item there to throw your lipstick and all your crap in. Unbelievable. Somebody switched up this conversation on me, like, yeah, I want a Viper, yeah. And I was like, well, I want a Birkin bag. Well, at least I can freaking drive around a Viper, and it's head turning. It's an old muscle car in a way. Well, not really, but it's old and classic. What can I say? Let's continue.
This really cool dream of yours, and I have one too. And then he will ask you, like, what is a dream? Like, what do you want? And then you can tell him the story about the perfect bag. You know, I've seen this bag long time ago, and it's literally the most perfect bag. So tell him this. You know, they say that every woman who's dating successful men should have this bag. If women have this bag, it's the sign that her man is actually really successful. And then he needs to buy you this bag, because otherwise he's not going to be successful. You understand the logic? So use this and I'm sure you'll get this bag of your dreams.
Yeah, that's a great manipulation tactic, of course. If he has enough money to afford a Birkin bag and isn't getting you one, just guilt him into getting you one, because he's not going to be successful if his girl doesn't have, if his girl doesn't have a bag on her like that. No, that makes no sense to me. In trying to keep up my attention with this woman's talk, I'm like, are her fake breasts just gonna fall out of that freaking thing at any point? Like, my god. All the work this woman has done to herself. It's insane. It's absolutely, verifiably insane. And this woman is a coach for women out there. Well, let's move on to the last video of how to act on a first date. So he'll ask you out again. And to summarize the last video, gentlemen, essentially, if you have enough money to buy a Birkin bag, you should buy a Birkin bag for her to show that you have success in machismo. Like, no, you can just do that in your own life. Jesus. On to the last one.
How to act on the first date so he will invite you for a second. So girls, today I'm gonna tell you the secrets how to act on the first date so the man will get attracted
God,
to
I
you
hope this
and
doesn't
he
get
will
taken
ask
down because
you
of Drake in the
out
background.
again. So first, the number one thing, talk less and listen more. Be friendly, smile.
No. Talk more. Tell on yourself. That's our game, sweetheart. We need to sit back and listen and see what the hell you have to say, because you're the one that loves talking a bunch. Take it back. Take it back. Delete this video.
Don't be shy, but don't be this girl who's literally talking and don't let men even say a word. Because all of us, we like to talk about.
I need to clarify. Definitely have your say. Listen for the most part so she tells on herself, but definitely speak, of course. And don't let a freaking woman cut you off. Grr.
Ourselves. And if you give this opportunity to the man, he will literally get attracted to you more, because it's how our psychology work, you know, especially men's psychology. If you let him talk, if you let him to just share with you his achievements, his success, his like stories about his life, he'll literally feel that he likes you more. That's how.
Not really. And I don't like how she's phrasing this. Her letting you talk. It's the other way around. You've arranged the date. Excuse me, I didn't want to burp into the mic. You're the one who's arranged the date. You're having her as an audience. Think about it. She's got things backwards here, but of course that's because she's appealing to women, right? Let's continue.
Works. So another thing, try to ask him some thoughtful questions and questions that bring.
Oh right, sick brain. Yeah, no. Talking about myself doesn't make me feel more interested in dating you again. It should be natural for there to be conversation about two people when you're on a date together, because it's a date. Well, let's continue.
Him good memories. For example, you can ask him about his best vacations or his best childhood memory, or about his best like party at work, like something that gives him really nice feelings that bring him to the occasion when he was like extremely happy. So this will connect it with you, you know. So next time when he will see you, he will feel this like really nice feelings again. And the last thing, don't get intimate on a first date, because it's really, really important.
Okay, hold on. Before we get to that point, I really don't think that works too well. If a woman were to ask me this, like, what was your best childhood memory? And I'll bring up going to Italy when I was a kid. It's not going to tie into her automatically and I'm not going to think about how we discussed that on the date, quite frankly. It's just conversation. Like, I'd have that conversation with a guy at a bar. It doesn't really matter to me. Okay, let's get to our final point.
If you do this, your man will think that you do this to every single guy who wants to take this girl seriously, who literally sleep with every single guy on the first date. So this we're not doing. How to act.
These are what you're not doing. Yes, Russian Barbie. No, don't do that. I cut her off to make my point, but she essentially said, don't sleep with a man on the first date. Yeah, that's gonna send the absolute wrong signal, and that you are just fun time material to keep things PG. Absolutely good advice there. But wow, we've been running through this quite a while. This dating coach, Russian Barbie, has a lot of points to talk on. Not a lot of good things, but hey, you know, you can kind of reverse engineer this to work against their game, so you know what they're talking about on TikTok, so that if you see something like this come up, you can have a little spidey sense go off and be like, oh, I saw this on Warg's video. They were talking about this on TikTok. No freaking way am I doing this. If you're choosing to date, that is. So fiends, as always, it's been a pleasure presenting my findings to you today. And if you liked my content, help spread it throughout YouTube by liking the video and subscribing to my channel. Turn on the notification bells, I'll have new findings for you every single day. Do comment down below the video with your thoughts on this creator and any thoughts of mine that resonated with you, or any topics of discussion in regards to this video. Don't forget to visit Taylor's channel today as well to catch up on his content. And until tomorrow, always do your due diligence.